So if all these fears that we're talking about come from early experiences, probably childhood experiences, does that mean that we have to go back and look at every piece of paper in the file that you mentioned earlier and work back through each of those experiences?
Well, that would be a pretty daunting thing, wouldn't it? And probably that's where the whole idea of peeling the layers of the onion comes from. No, in fact, today we have some wonderful technology that allows us to move much more quickly, and the technology we use in our work. If you think of a person, the pure essence of who they are, all of that potential, as a crystal, and then if you imagine that every painful, shocking experience where we felt judged or left out or ostracized or abandoned, if those were all layers of paint covering the crystal, then what you have is a lot of covering. And what we've been able to do is, rather than work from the outside in, we found the way to go in and dissolve those early experiences so that all those other layers just let go with that. And so it makes the work much, much quicker. It means that we do not have to delve and go through every bit of trauma, which we now know further traumatizes people. We're able to really move through that process much more quickly and painlessly.
So, Lynn, when I think of traditional counseling, I think of it in terms of being weekly or weekly appointments that last over the course of weeks or months or perhaps even years. Realistically, how much can you accomplish in one weekend?
Yeah. Well, it's pretty exciting to look at what we have been able to accomplish, and that was one of the questions we had when we started out. How much could we do in a weekend, for example? And what we now know is that we can give the brain information and food, and we can then look at that file and we can clear out a lot of the stuff in that file very quickly and help people establish a new foundation for themselves. A foundation that's going to be solid, that's based on them being connected to who they truly are.